much. Let's pay attention. The Honorable Vice President, my able Lieutenant and Vice Presidential candidate of the Presidential the First Lady, Madam Maada, the National Chairman and other National Executive Officers of the Sierra Leone People's Party, the Honorable former Vice President, Dr. Bokari Fo, Ministers and Deputy Ministers of Government, former Honorable Members of Parliament. Of course, included in that number is Dr. Kande Yonkela, our revered paramountries and other traditional leaders, my bishop, members of the Fourth Estate, and my great family, the Sierra Leone People's Party. The best thing that ever happened to this country after ice cream. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, one country, one people, one country. 5 years ago, from within the walls of Local Teachers College Hall, I, Julius, Maada, launched the Sierra Leone People's Party 2018 New Direction Manifesto, which earned your trust and confidence to lead you as the 5th president of our great republic. Serving as your president has been an honor and the greatest privilege of my life. Thank you again for mandating me to serve from the second highest office of our land. Second, I mean, because the most important office and the title of our democracy is the citizen. Thank you for holding my government accountable to the people. Today, from within the walls of the Eastern Technical University Hall, Kenema, I stand before you again with great humility and gratitude, with renewed vigor and vitality, with a deep sense of purpose as I launch my re-election campaign to serve you and our great nation as president for the second term. Our party's new direction agenda we embarked on 5 years ago has been a remarkable journey of lasting transformation for every aspect of our life in Sierra Leone, amid and unprecedented circumstances. We have touched the lives of millions of citizens, from the young and to the not too old or young, Muslims, Christians, males and females, living in the south, east, west, north, and even in the western area. We have shown that our Slpp programs and activities are not determined by age, religion, ethnicity, voting patterns, and political affiliation in any region. This is because the words, the 4 words, are engraved in our minds and hearts. One country, one people. When I assumed office in 2018, our country faced numerous challenges. Our economy was in shambles Corruption had become endemic. Our people had little trust in government. Our infrastructure was crumbling, and our human capital base was low. When I took the oath of office on the 4th of April in 2018, I solemnly promised all Sierra that I would work tirelessly to bring about real change and sustainable transformation in the land that we love. Today I stand before you confident we have delivered on that promise as the top and blue Slpp government. We took on the big challenges and succeeded in addressing them under the most extraordinary global upheavals. We prioritize human capital development as the catalyst for sustainable national development and social progress, with free quality education as the flagship program. Our development efforts are tangible, and our results are laudable even to the most stern critics. On almost every single indicator in education, from access, literacy, and numeracy rates, gender parity in outcomes, to transition rates, Sierra Leone is better today than 5 years ago. It gives me great pleasure and hope that our children can afford the opportunity for a fit-for-purpose education to allow them to grow and achieve their full potential and become productive citizens, while removing the burden of school and exam fees from parents and guardians. Sierra Leone has improved and performed better on most health outcome indicators in the healthcare sector than most regional neighbors over the past 5 years. For instance, with a 60% reduction in maternal mortality rate, fewer women now die during childbirth, and more infants grow up to see their 5th birthday than 5 years ago. I was nurtured and raised by my mother of blessed memory and her tribe of women. So I deeply appreciate women's critical role in our society. As a result, during my presidency, I've been decisive and deliberate in promoting the rights of women and girls. My Slpp government has enshrined in our laws that women should have the same opportunities as men in every facet of life. And we will continue to empower them to become equal partners through the landmark Kiwi Act. The Hands Off Our Girls campaign, led by the First Lady, has helped to keep our girls in school longer and protect them from early pregnancy and marriage. Thank you, Madam First Lady. Through Manifesto, we have supported thousands of women and shown strong faith in micro, small, and medium enterprises, which are the bedrock of our economy. Our social protection programs, like the unconditional cash transfer by NACSA, continues to give assistance and dignity to our society's most vulnerable. As a party in government, we have shown that we are responsible for caring for humanity. In the last 5 years alone, we have also given a first lift to our infrastructure. The Sierra Leone People's Party government has built a modern international airport that meets international standards for the first time since independence. We have paved additional township roads, linked more districts, headquarter towns, and constructed bridges, feeder roads to ease the movement of people and goods and access to market and services. We have increased the proportion of households with access to electricity and built the capacity to double access while reducing the cost. Ensuring people trust our democracy and government has been critical to me and the Sierra Leone People's Party. My government has been the most aggressive at tackling corruption. Our efforts in this regard have been noticed and rewarded by several reputable international organizations, including the Millennium Challenge Corporation and Transparency International, ranking my Slpp administration among the most corrupt-free in the region. We have removed the death penalty and given the press more freedom. For 55 years, where my predecessors promised and failed to repeal the seditious libel law, I, Julius, Maada, promised and I delivered. Fellow Slpp members, our hardest challenge is the rising cost of living, resulting from the multiple global shocks which started with COVID-19 pandemic less than 2 years into my governance. My resolve has been to do all that we can to shield our people from these economic shocks. We have ensured that essential commodities are available in the country even when other nations experience prolonged shortages. We have heavily invested in boosting local food production for our people to feed their families. To sustain livelihood, we have increased the salaries of teachers, lecturers, nurses, the police, and the military, and consistently pay salaries on time. We have raised the minimum wage and increased pension for retirees. We created jobs in the public sector and provided the enabling environment for job creation in the private sector. While we are pleased and proud of these successes, we realize that there is still more to do. Ongoing global crises have brought undue suffering to many people across the globe, including in Sierra Leone here, and tested our resolve as a nation. Like previous tests in our country's history, this too shall pass, because we have faith that wisdom inspires and zeal that never tires. Today, fellow Slpp members, I'd like to summon that faith and zeal as I mark the start of my re-election campaign by launching the People's Manifesto 2023, titled The New Direction, Consolidating Gains, and Accelerating Transformation, to continue the work we have started 5 years ago. The manifesto gives a full account of our stewardship in the last 5 years, outlines our plans for the next 5 years, and represents a new social contract between the great Sierra Leone People's Party under my leadership and the people of Sierra Leone. This pivotal moment demands visionary leadership, bold action, and the courage to champion change, game-changing transformation. The changes presented by the global crisis require solutions that last not only through the current situation, but for future shocks. We are filled with hope and determination as we seek the future. The plans we have laid out for the next 5 years promise to tackle the most pressing challenges head-on. The Slpp and its supporters will not rest until we make sure no family goes to bed hungry. We will not rest until we ensure every child has free access to quality education. The Slpp will not rest until every youth seeking a job gets meaningful employment. We promise to continue toiling until we achieve food security in every region in Sierra Leone. Prevent unnecessary death due to inadequate healthcare services. Connect our production centers to markets, light up and power Mama Salon, and ensure access to safe water, sanitation, and hygiene to every corner of Sierra Leone. Our vision is long-term. Our vision is to build a Sierra Leone that works for all. Our vision is to create a resilient nation for our children's children. My fellow Slpp members, the People's Manifesto 2023 is anchored on 5 key initiatives for building an inclusive and prosperous Sierra Leone and for faster and lasting transformation. I crave your indulgence, ladies and gentlemen, to articulate the Slpp 5 game changers. 5 game changers. The first of our 5 big initiatives is Feed Saloon. The bomber at the campus now. This initiative entails an ambitious program to boost staple food production, to drastically minimize our reliance on food imports, increase exports and increase export, create jobs, faster economic growth, and reduce poverty. The second initiative is human capital development for nurturing skills in the 21st century. This initiative will continue to build on human capital base, invest more in healthcare as a key driver for a productive society, and create equal opportunities for women across all facets of life. The third Big 5 initiative is a youth employment scheme. The aim is to create 500,000 jobs in 5 years by promoting the enabling environment for youth economic empowerment. The fourth initiative is revamping the public service architecture through delivery, efficiency, and professionalism. The fifth initiative is a technology and infrastructure program to serve as pathways for sustainable economic growth. Fellow Slpp, I believe making progress in these key areas will set Sierra Leone on a sustainable path of transformational change, poverty reduction, and resilience in the face of external shocks. The June 24th election is critical in our country's history. Voters elect the leader and the political parties best suited to steer our country through the current challenges towards lasting transformation. Julius Maada and the Sierra Leone People's Party are best suited to continue our socio-economic progress and be on it for a better Sierra Leone. Steady and emphatic leadership under the Sierra Leone People's Party has brought us this far, and we have what it takes to move us even further. Together we have laid a solid foundation for progress. And now is the time to build upon our achievements. I humbly request your support and trust as we continue this journey together. Let us unite as one nation, bound by a shared vision of prosperous, inclusive, and vibrant Sierra Leone. A vote for Julius Maada and the Sierra Leone People's Party is a vote for continued transformational change that leaves no one behind. Conversely, a vote for any opposition candidate would mean taking a step backward towards a non-inclusive and non-progressive national development agenda. My running mate, Dr. Julius, and I invite all progressive-minded Sierra Leoneans to join us in our effort to secure a prosperous future for Sierra Leone. It is crucial that we all show up and vote on June 24th to ensure our country stays on the right path towards sustainable economic development and social progress. I will not promise that the road ahead will be easy, but with relentless determination and unwavering commitment as we have shown, we will usher in transformational development in Mama Salone. That is one I can promise. Together we can continue to work hard to build a Sierra Leone with a clear vision of progress and prosperity. We urge all well-meaning Sierra Leoneans to vote for the Sierra Leone People's Party and help transform our beloved country into a beacon of hope and opportunity for all. I will end by leaving you with these words. Voting in June 24th presidential election and parliamentary election, we express your belief about our country. I say this to you, fellow Slpp. If you believe that Sierra Leone needs more schools, more teachers, increased pupils, enrollment, improved pass rates at public exams, expanded school feeding for learners, vote for Julius, Maada, and the Excellency. If you believe that Sierra Leone needs to improve its agricultural productivity to attain food security, vote for Julius Maada and the Excellency. If you believe that Sierra Leone needs more healthcare facilities, nurses, doctors, and improvement on key health indicators, vote. If you believe that Sierra Leone needs a more resilient and inclusive economy, vote. And the Excellency. If you believe that Sierra Leone needs a he for she champion, for more protection and empowerment of women and girls, vote. That means hands off our guys, no soon. If you believe Sierra Leone needs more transparency and accountability in governance, if you believe that Sierra Leone needs more transparency in the mining sector and if you believe that Sierra Leone needs more electricity and water supply action, if you believe that Sierra Leone needs more roads, bridges, and other purpose infrastructure, if you believe that Sierra Leone needs more jobs and economic empowerment for young people, if you believe that Sierra Leone needs more international successes in sports and flourishing football, if you believe Sierra Leone needs more action on climate change. And the Slpp, if you believe that Sierra Leone needs more international respectability and continental and global leadership. Finally, if you believe that Sierra Leone should not be taken back to 1961, and our alliance brothers. Thank you. Fellow members of the Sierra Leone People's Party, the NGC, our alliance party, fellow comrades, it is with utmost pride and boundless optimism that I now launch the Sierra Leone People's Party Manifesto, titled A New Direction, Consolidating Gains and Accelerating Transformation. Congratulations to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I implore all of us to familiarize ourselves with the 2023 Manifesto pledges and take message of transformational change to the people. As we go out on campaign, let us knock on every door and engage every voter with confidence and pride and conviction that only the Sierra Leone People's Party has the presidential candidate who promises and delivers. On that note, I thank all of you as we come to the end of this one. Thank you.
Welcome, His Excellency the President.
This is what thing we believe inside. Now what thing we support. Now what thing we put along. And now what thing we know we can do. This is what we do. We don't go right now to the problem. Me na Saje Jabu. Number one
Excellency the President, no launch the People Manifesto